Star Trek Voyager. Across the Unknown, Folge 1. Adjust brightness, the left side of the... So. Da ist die Musik, das ist ja mies. New game, the players who want to attend the limited challenging. You're the captain of the Federation starter USS Voyager. Manage your ship and crew, blood of cars.
So, a few days back, this Captain Janeway breezes into my cozy penal colony like she owns the place. She's stern and smells like coffee and regulations. And the kicker? She's served with my old man on the Albatani. Turns out her security chief, Tuvok, was playing spy on a Maquis ship that vanished in the Badlands. Now Janeway needs that missing ship found, and because of my past associations, I'm apparently the resident expert on the Badlands. I find the missing Maquis, she puts in a good word for me at my next parole review. Simple. Still, the view is infinitely better than a holding cell. It's not every day you get a front row seat on a brand new Intrepid-class starship's maiden voyage. The USS Voyager. Might even get to touch the helm.
Geschwindigkeit. Surprise! Gentlemen, welcome to Voyager. And it's Kim, you reach from the Academy, ready for your first deep space assignment. Reporting for duty, Captain. I just already met Tom Paris, our esteemed observer, a former Maquis pilot who will help us search the Badlands for the Maquis vessel. With all due respect, ma'am, Observer is hardly a title befitting my talents. I'm the best damn pilot in the sector. Call me pilot, ex-engineer, assing. The Maquis, wow, I heard a lot of stories about them. Relax, I was the Maquis only for a few weeks before I was captured and sent to a lovely little Pennell Connolly in New Zealand. Pennell Connolly? Enough chatter, gentlemen. All hands, this is Captain. Report to your situations. Take us into Badlands. Maximum wrap. Into the Badlands. The Badlands, a treasury of space where violent plasma can cripple even the most advanced starships. Captain Janeway observed the swelling chaos from the view screen, a subtle smile playing on the lips. She's ready for the challenge. Scanners are pitching up no other vessels in the system, Captain. Is it time to shine, Mr. Paris? Any idea where your former colleagues might be hiding? I wasn't exactly Marquis of the Year, Captain, but they did prefer underground bases, remote planets, and... Captain, I don't mean to interrupt, but I'm reading to... Tyrion been scanning us, and a displacement while heading toward us. Mahlzeit. Incoming. A colossal wave of tubular energy argues towards Voyager. Its power dwarfing anything the crew has ever seen. With no time to analyze the threat, emergency measures are limited. Red alert. Versus maneuvers. Too late. The wave will be intercepted in 5 seconds. Brace for impact. Aftermath. As the crew recognize concussions, they find their bridge in the devastation, twisted metal, sparking consoles and injured crewmates paint a grim picture. What just happened? Damage report. Major hull and deck damage. The transporters are offline. We are receiving casualty reports. Bridge to sickbay, Doctor. I've got injured crew on the bridge. Doctor, damn. Captain, we have been loading system across multiple decks. The tanks are empty. Warp's course gone to grey mode. We are on reserves, barely. Mr. Parrot, take the helm. Scan for the newest source of deuterium. Experiment seasons are offline. Stellar cartography must be down. Voyager's blind, Captain. Janeway to engineer. We need stellar cartography back online now. Tutorial help. Select the question mark icon 1 on the left of the screen to revisit any tutorial screen by pressing D-pad left 2 times. Good. Close. Activate room. Activate the stellar category 1 in the lower left part of the ship. To activate it, open up the menu by selecting the room and switching on the power supply to. Okay. Switch on. Yeah. Captain sensors are picking up something out there, but no, Terry's trying to stammer is we are not the Badlands anymore. We are out of the Badlands. What is that thing? Where are we? If our successors are working, we just jumped over 70,000 light years into the Delta Quadrant. The Delta Quadrant? How? Captain, life support systems are failing. There's a way here to wait. Mr. Paris, to take the helm. Find us a deuterium source. Tutorial scan. Scan points of interest 1 marked with white question marks to reveal resources. 2. Scan until you reveal deuterium 3, the full diffuse resource. Close. Let's grab the mountain. System map navigation. Navigate your ship 1 by traveling to various locations. 2. While traveling, the time passes in form of cycles. Points of interest. When visiting points of interest, you can choose between different approaches with different risk and outcomes. The different colors of the change bar 1 represents the possibilities outcome. Dark green and light green, excellent and good outcomes, higher rewards such as extra resources, morale increase, etc. Yellow average outcome can include minor setbacks. Orange and red, bad and terrible outcomes lead to low rewards and medium to major setbacks like destroyed rooms, hull damage or serve injuries. Okay. Set the curse. We detected a small debris field scattered across a wide area. The debris appears to be the remains of a vessel. Maybe we can find something useful in there. Collect any easily accessible resources. Use the tractor beam to try to clump up the debris for easier collection. Oh no, wo ist das Grüne hier? Captain, we can now deactivate Grey mode. Captain, ready to increase warp or core output. The warp cord is the reactor that powers the ship. To generate energy, it continuously consumes deuterium. Depending on the reactor level, you produce more energy 1, but even deuterium 2 is required. Increase the major output by selecting main engineering and switching the warp core to a higher tier 3. Okay. So our energy levels are returning to normal, Captain. Good, now what about this thing? This array? I can tell, Captain, but our scammer detected a Marcus vessel next to it. Scan for the lives, trying them. Scan the ship for life signs, insane. There's no one on board, Captain. Scan the array. What about the array? Success! Several lives form on board, Captain. It's one of them. Vulcan. I'm not sure, no, Captain. The signals are weak. We'll just have to see for ourselves. I want to transponder room repaired and ready. Mr. Paris, get us the terminal despite. We'll need to repair the transponder room. Tutorial basic resources. Keep track of your resources in the main HUD. Number 1, deuterium, you fuel that powers the warp drive. Also in der Zeit Deuterium und Lithium essential für construction and repair crew. Crew is needed to operate key system and rooms. Erstmal scannen. Small debris field. We detected a small debris field scattered across a wide area. The debris appears to be the remains of a vessel. Maybe we can find something useful in here. Oh, was ist das so? We have now all the durian we need. Engineering is standing by to repair to the transponder, Captain. Tutorial repairing rooms. Damaged rooms are not optional one. Selecting a room is bring up the room controls. If you have the resources and work teams needed to, you can initiate repair. So, repair. Transporter back online, Captain. Mr. Perry said the cause for the error. It's time we get some answers. Gehen wir hier hin. Halten wir uns. Legen wir. And King and Mr. Paris, get ready for your next away mission. Tutorial, transponder room. Away missions present a series of challenges. 1. Heroes possess skill and traits. 3. Select heroes with the matching skills for your away team. Gibt ja natürlich 3. Start Mission. Tutorial, away mission. Decide on your approach. 1. Select the hero to complete the challenge with a appropriate skill. 2. If the skill lower than the requirement, the success chance is displayed. Captain, we seem to mentalize in the middle of the cornfield. This place is eerily similar to Earth, but something's off. Any suggestion on what to do next? Look for footprints or strange noises. Scan for any life signs of strange engineers. Oh, shit. Ach so. Harry and Tom used their tricorder scan for their life signs and detect a strange energy spike emitting from a nearby area. Following the readings, they navigate through the cairn and find a farm with people working in the fields. An old man sits on the bunch of nearby farmhouse strumming a banjo. Tutorial, fatigue. After a challenge, the participating team members are fatigued. 1 and their skill values are not reduced. 2. Let them rest for the next challenge to recover and plan ahead accordingly. Captain, this old man seems harmless enough. He might not what's going on here. How should we approach him? Demand to know what's going on. Try to read his body language of any clues. Argue with the fact that there can't be a farm on Earth and you want to know what's going on. Failure. Harry and Tom observe the old man, but the body language is surprisingly neutral. He seems like a gently kind and harmless old farmer. The old man seems perplexed by the presence, muttering about how things are not supposed to happen this way. He invites him to stay on the farm and wait, offering them some fresh concocts. Tutorial Away mission advanced. You can select more than one hero for challenge if they possess their skill required skill 1. If the cumulated skill value is equal or higher than the required number, you have a chance for a critical success golden part of the change part 2. This old man isn't much help. We will try to find out marquees ourselves. There's a large bam behind the farmhouse. This recorder readings are off the charge. There's definitely something strange about it, especially the back wall. Investigate the bam wall for a hidden house. Try to analyze what these energy readings could be. Try to find out to break the illusion of the wall. Harry and Tom try to disrupt the energy field, causing a flicker in the air. But before they can break the illusion, the people from the field burst in, wielding farm tools as weapons. The old man appears and reaves the bam is an illusion. The back wall dissolving to show a blush, glowing room where unconscious people, including a tattooed man and a half-kingdom woman, lie on surgical tables. 150 pounds. Tutorial consequences. Sometimes you have to make your major decision that influence how the story proceeds. These decisions are marked with a golden outline. These people must be missing. Maggots are being held here, Captain. We must get them out of here. Wake up the tattooed man. Tom rushes towards the tattooed man, hoping to shake him awake. As reaches out, the old man stops him, a look of his concern in his face. Before Tom can react, a building white light floods the room and everything goes blank. Mission complete. Das Schalter 150. Injury Free Bonus 100. Sektor 1 mal 1, total 250. A sudden return. Captain Janeway and Huxley waits to return of Hare, await him when the Tom Press unexpectedly mysteries behind what happened on the array. Captain, what happened over there, Mr. Paris? We lost contact with you several hours. What? But we have only an hour, right? Harry? Harry? He was just beside me. And he's still on the array, but we are just read and not. Merkels are hailing us, Captain, putting them on screen. I'm Commander Karkoki of the Marcus. My chief engineer Ilana Torres is missing. Is she with you? No, Commander. One of our own is also missing, and seems we share a problem, and it would make sense if we solve it together. The three of us will beam over to your ship. face to face. Despite Janeway's inhalation, the arrival of Jacoto and his Marquis crew on the bridge is fraught with tension. Both sides remain wary as they prepare to discuss their shared predicament. Captain, this is Tuvok, my... I know who he is. I'm glad to have you back, Tuvok. As I'm the captain, Commander Coach, I must inform you that I was assigned to inflate your crew. We are going to deliver you into Shepard's waiting hands, Vulcan. Correct. However, I assure you, I performed my duties aboard your ship into the highest standards. Charming, and I see you have Paris with you too, and you're forming a Marquis Traders Club, Captain. You win some, you lose some, Commander. Let's focus on bringing Thomas and Kim back from the array. We can't get back inside. They have sealed the entrance and are blocking incoming halls. Lieutenant Tuvok, get down to the engineering and find a way to bypass whatever's jamming our communication. Report back as soon as you have a question. Captain, the ship status remains critical. Repair produce are imperative. We require resources and the engineering office to mobilize additional workforces. Process life support, secure core decks and restore Deck 5 functionality first to gain access to engineering office. Tutorial life support. To be able to supply power to a room, you need to activate the life support, and Unit 2 of the corresponding Deck 3. Each life support unit consumes energy, so plan accordingly. Okay. Provides efficient gravity and a breathable atmosphere. Without life support, a deck cannot function. Its building space is inaccessible. Support restored on deck, Captain. Deck 5, Captain. Engineering office is now accessible. And of course, it's a mess site. We'll have to fix it before we can use it. Until completion, it will be logical to all plants in the system and gather more deuterium and terrarium. Erstmal scannen. Ah. Construction report. Engineering office. Life support provides you up to one work team. Work teams are needed to perform repairs, construction and hull repair on board of Voyager. Engineering office fully operational again, Captain. We now have an additional work team to carry out 2 tasks simultaneously. Tutorial engineering office. Building our repairing rooms, even cleaning debris occupies work teams. 1. To be able to carry out several tasks at the same time, obtain additional teams by building or operating engineering offices. Logically, we should have new focus on Deck 2 and the mess hall to include the crew's food supply, maintaining their physical endurance. This requires We're activating life support in the section first. Tutorial morale. The morale bar shows your current morale. To change of major morale per cycle 2 and icons 3 indicating your crew's needs. Open the overview screen and switch to morale to get detailed infos about your crew's needs. Your decision in ship management, food, crew quarters and events affect crew morals. If morale fails, the crew monitors and the game is over. Provides a vertical gravity and a breathable atmosphere. Without life support, a deck cannot function and this building space is inaccessible. Life support restored on deck 2, Captain. Access to a mast hall is now possible. However, it has sustained extreme damage. Emergency rotations are currently deployed. After repair, the crew can access replica rations again. Reparieren wir das mal. Repair is in progress. Until completion, we should address crew accommodation. The room must be cleared to create room for residential sections. Tutorial: clear debris. The ship is heavily damaged and many parts are destroyed beyond repair. To free up new building space, you first have to remove the remains of the old. Select the room 1 and give the order to select the debris 2. Removing debris takes time cycles to pass the time travel on the map. While waiting for deck teams to finish, we should continue to collect more resources. Construction report. Mess hall life support active. Provides the crew with a place where they can gather for meals and to away from their duty stations. Mess hall repairs are complete, Captain. We should switch to Replicum now. It would enhance crew well-being. Tutorial: replicator food. With every cycle your crew consumes rations. You can always use emergency rotations one which don't require resources but lower morale. The crew is used to consume premium rations made by the repair club. Those increase morale but consume deuterium. As emergency rotations, premium rotations. The regular rotations are now used to the crew, Captain. Astronaut. Und fertig. Room removal concluded. Great, maybe we can finally rebuild some crew quarters. My back is killing me from sleeping in the corridor. I'll do wonders for me, for morale, that's for sure. Tutorial, build rooms. To build new rooms, select the empty building as base to bring up the construction menu. If you have enough work teams 2 and resources 3, you can build the room. Every room needs a corresponding area, so plan accordingly for... So. Maintains, crew, technology, maintains. Tutorial your crew. Your crew 1 is the lifeblood of your ship. Each room requires a personnel to operate too, so keep this in mind when adding new rooms or upgrades. Don't forget to provide the necessary accommodation or more drop faster than you'd like. 3. Captain, the array's jamming signal has been neutralized. We should be able to establish communication. Let's hope they respawn. Hail the array. What's this? Who are boarding me? Oh, it's you. Why are you back? You don't have what I need. I remember the voice, Captain. The old guy with the banjo. Thought he seemed a lot less jellyfishy back to the array. I'm Captain Janeway of the Federation starship Voyager. We mean you no harm. We just want our people back. You people are no longer here. They might have what I need. You just have to relieve them. Appeal to the humanity. They will meet and give them back. Let him attack. Oh, listen. We won't leave without them. Return our crew or face the consequences. You are adrift, lost in a struggle, and you cannot compare it. And I have no time for this. There just isn't enough time. Time for what? No, you are stealing my time. Don't you understand? I don't have time. Not enough time. We have been cut off, Captain. Our diplomacy might work in the Alpha Quadrant, but out here, your chef had let me handle that. Your methods might have worked against the Cartesians, but this is a different kind of adversary. Captain, Commander, I fail to see how this spirited debate will help us locate our missing crew members. Perhaps a more local point would be beneficial. Huh? You're right. To revoke. It seems that if Delta Carton is getting to our heads, must succeed. I have observed that the array has been sending energy pulses towards the 5th planet of the night-boring system ever since your arrival. Given the lack of information regarding our missing crew's location, investigating this planet appears to be the most logical next step. It's the only lead we have. Thanks, Commander. It seems we are stuck with each other for the time being. I'm willing to bury the hatchet for now, but let's not pretend we are friends. Agreed, Mr. Paris. Let him take the helm again. Let's find our people. Set a course for the 5th planet in the night-bearing system. Maximum rep. Tutorial sector map. The sector map shows the entire sector with several star systems. You can either travel directly to another system, or you can scan the system first and select a special pool to visit. Console report. Sickbay. Life support active. The ship, a primary medical facility, heals injured or sick crew and euros our time. Able to heal the 5 crew automatically. Tutorial sickbay. Injured and sick crew will be placed in the sickbay automatically. 1. After treatment they will go back to work. Increase the efficiency of the sickbay by assigning a subtitle hero. 2. Gas giant. Captain, we have decided massive deuterium levels in the atmosphere of the Class J gas planet. Atmospheric conditions are harsh, but the potential fuel yield is exponential. The boy for safer to less affecting. Ach gut. 6000. Dann warten wir mal dahin. Emergency Quarters, Life Support active. Acknowledged 12 crew in cannot limited qualified. Achso, es ist ready. Okay. Ja, so langsam dahin. Captain, we have found an abandoned ship adrift in space. It's powered down by shockley sound with sealed storage compartments. Leave the storage alone and focus on from parts of the ship. Oh, leave the storage. Pursuit of happiness. To the captain, I sense a heaviness upon the crew spirit. Being stranded in the Delta Quantum has taken its toll. A small gesture like improving quarters, better meals, or time to hold deck might boost morale. Some of the crew could leave. Ich das erst. Ah, das kann man reparieren. Sehr gut. We came across an abandoned mining station. The station is under lockdown and seems to be damaged. Safely search for anything valuable without entering the station. Repair parts of the... Das mal aus. Was geht's jetzt schief? Come on, come on, come on. Ja. Torbed, Launch Bay, Life Support active. Fires trumpets that deal massive damage to the hull but are almost useless against shields. Providing more energy to weapons increases the fire state. Ja, das kann man reparieren. Fatal anomaly. Our sensors have detected a small but stable spatial anomaly. It is not dangerous, but could provide valuable significant data. Our servers have detected a small but stable. Scan the anomaly from a safe distance. The scan needed some data, but it was completed by the emergency energy. Okay. Oh, das war ein bisschen... Fuck. Hätte ich anders machen müssen. Phaser control loop, life support active. Fires are powerful beam that deals moderate damage to shields and moderate weight change to hull, providing more energy to weapons, increase the fire state. Each additional room increases 2 plus energy with their assault, 40 Weapon System health limit to 4. So, we detect a small debris field scattered across a wide area. The debris appears to be remains of a vessel. Maybe we can find something useful in there. Collect any easel. Das ist mir zu kritisch. Das ist jetzt scheiße, Alter. Room. Captain, we have detected massive different levels in the atmosphere of the J-class gas giant. Atomic conditions are harsh, but the potential fuel field is you don't know. Fuck. Captain, we reached our destination. Orders. Continue. There are we, Captain, and I might say it was a ride. Voyager hinted like a dream. Repossums, agile. Don't get too carried away, Mr. Bell. Let's see what we have here. A new lead. Following the array's energy pulses, Voyager discovered a desert planet with a harsh, unforgiving landscape. Harry, Kim, and Ilana are perhaps being held in this place. What's so special about this ugly old space rock? There's no skin. Let's see what we can learn about the planet. It has all the basic characteristics of a M-class planet, but no scan or rather nothing. However, these are settlements. Why would anyone want to be there? Leave it at that. Such strange but intriguing. Ja, das ist auch noch. Anything noteworthy about the enemy pulses? The consistently target a simply location, a barren piece of the desert. I recommend an away team investigates the error. This is something else. The internal between each pulse has decreased by 0.47 seconds since we left the array. They're getting faster. The entire set has running out of time, right? Whatever that means, we had to hurry. Prepare an away team. Examine the world firsthand. Oh, so begegnen die sich. No, Captain, a small ship is approaching. They're hailing us on screen. First contact. Basically, an alien with a mischievous grin greets Voyager from his chaotic vessel. Neither Starfleet nor the Maquis have ever seen just a species before. Perhaps an inhibitor of the Delta Quadrant. Na, das ist ja auch bekannt. Greetings, looking for something on the dust old rock. Would we find anything, Mr. Neelix? Never seen a ship like yours. Let me guess. You were whisked away from someone else in the galaxy and brought here against your will. Sounds I thought you have heard this story before. Thousands of times. Well, hundreds of times. Maybe 50 times. But the caretaker has been bringing ships for months now. The caretaker? That's what the Okama called him. He probably snatched some of our crew jobs too. They're likely down to the planet with Okamba. But Captain, it's like a tricky place, dangerous. You could use a guide, but of course a guide who needs a little, you know, compensation. Sounds fair, wonderful to be honest. I've heard it enough recently. They big old balls have been nipply away from the supplies. Some food and water would be most welcome. If you help us find our missing crew, you can have all the food and water you want. It's a deal. Makes us recruited. Dahin kann ich fliegen, aber zum anderen nicht. Emergency Quarters, Life Support Active. Right, a delicious meal, a culinary masterpiece. I've never encountered such a tangy but conforming, smooth yet vibrant concoction. What was it called again? Tomato soup. Einfach Tomatensuppe. Tomato soup. I'm something of culinary wizard myself, you know. My elephant air pasta bowl is widely known for its bold, mouth-watering taste. Ah yeah, Mr. Helix, I'm pleased you are enjoying yourself, but we need your assistance, now. Ah, yes, you're missing crew, right? Scan the southern continent and look for a range of death volcanoes and their food. You'll find a Kazun Olga encampment. Kazun Okla, one Kazun set of many. The control part of the quadrant. They're a bit difficult, but with the right approach, even they can be reasoned with. After you say the Okamba at our people. Well, the Kanda have your people is just finding them is a bit tricky. My old pal Maji Jabin, the Olga leader, might know where to look. He's a nice guy, a bit gruff, but he owns me a favor. Ask for information about the Kazun Okla. Everything else we should know about these Kazun Okla. Waters previous come around this path. The Okla they mostly get theirs through the trade, so a little liquid would go a long way. Very well, prepare a way team and you will accomplish them, Mr. Neelix. Engineer office, life support active. Provides you up to one work team. Work team are needed to perform repairs, construction and hull repair on the board of the Voyager. Final warning to our captain. I witnessed a fight between crew members today. Guard people pushed to the brink. The incident is a symptom of the disappear and anger festering about Voyager. Morale is dangerously low. We cannot clear this price of my build or improve quarters and select a replicator, ration the mess hall, turn off the auto deck or do something else. Quarter problem. Captain, I need to address the lack of quarters. Many are sleeping in the corridors and morale is suffering. I suggest to build new quarters so more people can sleep in their own beds. So,